A family that prays together stays together. My name is Seminarian Bwambale Birungi Zephaniah of the Congregation of Holy Cross. Today, I will reflect with you on the readings of the 17th Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year B. The first reading is from the second book of Kings, chapter 4, verses 42 to 44. The second reading is from the letter of St. Paul to the Ephesians, chapter 4, verses 1 to 6. And the Gospel is according to St. John, chapter 6, verses 1 to 15. The theme is, "In our lack, the Lord provides." In the first reading, we witness the Lord feeding his people, about 100 men, through the prophet Elisha. This was a miracle because they fed from the little that was available. Those were the 20 loaves of barley. Surprisingly, some was even left over. It is the same story as of the Gospel today, in which Jesus miraculously feeds about 5,000 men on 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Peculiar about the Gospel is the only time the Apostle Andrew is depicted speaking. He locates the young man with the loaves of bread and the fish. What a faith, because he believes that Jesus can multiply the little food for the big multitude of people. 12 baskets of fragments from the loaves were left even after the people had been fed. This shows how in our scarcity, the Lord intervenes in abundance. In the second reading, the story is different. It is not about food, miracles, or any other extraordinary element, but rather about the central mission of Jesus Christ, of making humanity one. Jesus invites all of us to unite and become one. It is not about the bread for a particular race, tribe, nation, but rather for all people who deserve to be fed. Indeed, each one of us has a right to food. The unity is of love. It is of body, it is of spirit, it is of hope, it is of faith, and it is of baptism in the one Lord, the one God and Father. It reminds us to always be prisoners for the Lord, as St. Paul exhorts. The nourishment par excellence that we constantly receive from Jesus Christ is both during Mass in word and sacrament. Moreover, we partake of his own body and blood, soul, and divinity in the Holy Eucharist. This is also meant to make us one, for he willed that we be one even when he gathered a multitude, to feed them from the same loaves of bread and fish, to break the barriers of hatred, entitlement, and any other. We pray that we may always have our total dependence on God for our physical and spiritual nourishment. Ours is to trust in him, coupled with our hard work, that he can bless our scarcity with his abundance, whether sickness, misunderstandings, broken marriages, lapse in prayer life, unfair taxation by the government, lack of rent, lack of school fees, and other basic requirements. It is true that each one of us in our Christian life have many needs. Sometimes we toil and labor, but all in vain. We pray that may the Lord continue being invited in our lives with our openness to him at his own will to always provide in our scarcity. And then we shall join the psalmist to sing that the Lord opens his hand to satisfy us. The family that prays together stays together.